Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you guys for coming out today. Thank you for braving the weather. We appreciate you guys coming. This is Reading Frederick Douglass Together 25, RFDT #25. This is a Mass Humanities funded program. What we try to do is to create the opportunity for people to learn as much as they can about Frederick Douglass. We begin with this speech, and then other people, if you want to know more about Frederick Douglass, we create opportunities throughout the Commonwealth to participate in Mass Humanities funded programs. All right? Housekeeping. Exits are behind us, and through the front door, bathroom is here on the left-hand side through this corridor. If anybody needs to use the bathroom, just cut through and just go over there. All right? All right. We are going to begin this program with the operatic singer. Seems like everybody knows her, buddy. All right. Miss Monica Anderson Spencer. Monica is the director of the Oscar Michael Family Theater Program, aka the company. Earned her bachelor's degree from Howard University, a historically black college and university. Her next production coming up will be the Miss Marion Anderson and Friends Project, March 15th at the Strand Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Monica Anderson Spencer. gentlemen, Ms. Monica Anderson Spencer. You will have the opportunity to go to the Strand Theater March 15th to see her in the Mrs. Marion Anderson and Friends Project. Thank you, Monica. All right, we're going to continue on with the program. I had some unfortunates. We had a couple of people who could not be here because of the weather and health issues. Ms. Gladys Rodriguez Parker will not be here, as well as Mr. Benjamin Swan. Ben Swan is a former state rep out of Hamden. His connection to Worcester is his first wife is from Worcester, and his son Hal. They were going to bring him up. It's a whole story I had for y'all, because he's a guy, he's Springfield, so he tries up and down the Mass Pike, and one day he stopped in Worcester and he met his wife, it's the whole thing. But I wanted to make that connection with Springfield people and Worcester people and let you know that the Mass Pike is only a distance, it doesn't really separate us. So we're going to continue on. The next unfortunate is the United States Attorney General's office sent a letter saying that they unfortunately will not be able to be here. They didn't say exactly why they won't be here, but it is something that they said it was unfortunate and they said at this time. So they are open to having a different conversation with us, so maybe we'll have it in a different space and we'll have the United States Attorney General's representative come out and talk to the community. And they said they didn't mind me saying that it was unfortunate that they didn't here today, which is good, because they didn't like just ghost us, which is all right. So without further ado, we're going to continue on with the program. We have the United States Postal Service here today. Postmaster Chris Downer is here. What we're going to do is do a stamp dedication of the Black History Month stamp. And I am so I'm geeked really, because Chris went out his way for the Postal Service to get this stamp, and I'm thankful that they extended this opportunity for us to give this opportunity to the community members. All right, so I gotta go classes. All right, Yvonne Brown is going to be our recipient today. Yvonne Brown is administrator for the New England Area Conference. Miss Yvonne came to Worcester to help reactivate the Worcester branch of the NAACP. She was the Worcester president, she was the president of the South Middlesex branch, NAACP, among other things. She is a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Without further ado, we would like to have Miss Yvonne Brown come up. And Mr. Postmaster Chris Downer.
Good afternoon, everybody. Pleasure to be here. Really excited that Frederick invited us, along with me, Michelle Gallagher, who is the manager of customer service of the Worcester Post Office. If you'll permit me, I have a few words I want to say about John Lewis. And I have to say, putting this together really inspired me to learn a lot about John Lewis. And he has an autobiography, Walking with the Wind, which I am going to look at today, and I'm going to read it. So it's kind of a great thing that happened to me, just putting this together. But John Lewis is a key figure in some of the most pivotal moments of the civil rights movement. John Lewis was the face of the National Student Movement, chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and original freedom rider. Even in the face of hatred and violence, Lewis remained resolute in his commitment to what he liked to call good trouble. Devoted to equality and justice for all Americans, Lewis spent more than 30 years in the United States House of Representatives, steadfastly defending and building on key civil rights gains that he helped achieve in the 1960s. He was a staunch and unwavering believer in and an advocate for nonviolent protests, a recipient of more than 50 honorary degrees. He was called a saint by Time magazine and a conscience of Congress by his colleagues. He served as an executive director of the Voter Education Project and associate director of Action, the federal volunteer agency that oversaw the Peace Corps and volunteers in service to America and member of the Atlanta City Council. He's also the author of several best-selling books, including The March, a comic book series, and the inspiring autobiography, Walking with the Wind. Elected to represent Georgia in the United States House of Representatives in 1986, Lewis garnered the support needed to pass the Civil Rights Act of 1991, sponsored legislation that created the 54-mile Selma to Montgomery National Historic Trail, and worked for more than a decade to establish the National Museum of African American History and Culture on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, by President Barack Obama. Which is going to go to Yvonne Brown. Congratulations. Again, thank you. If anybody wants to take some pictures with it, we're going to put it over there. Yeah. Again, another round of applause for Miss Yvonne Brown. And we want to thank the United States Postal Service, Chris Downer, to be a part of this as the Postmaster of the Worcester branch. All right, we're going to continue on. We have our city manager of the city of Worcester, Mr. Eric Baptista. Can you please come up and introduce the reading for our lovely community?
Thank you, Frederick. Wow. I mean, I'm just humbled and extremely humbled and privileged to even stand beside that individual, that man, that powerhouse, because of what he did, not only to the state, but across the nation. And also even to kick off the reading here, Frederick Douglass, a national leader, not only here in the state of Massachusetts, but also across the nation. Someone who was not afraid to speak up, to stand up, to fight, but also to build coalition. And that's something that I'm very fortunate to be a part of, to actually take a step in that direction and play that role, a small role here in the city of Worcester, the second largest city in New England. You know, for me, it's something that it speaks to home because as a person of color and also a family who have a long lineage in the island of Puerto Rico, where I was born and raised, in terms of being enslaved and being in that kind of oppression, for me it is important to be here. And it brings me great pride to stand here before you as a city manager and to have the opportunity to also speak and introduce the first kind of segment of this reading because it speaks, you know, it happened back in 1852. But the words that are spoken here still live on today. which is wild.